Killerton. It's one of those places that looks peaceful from the outside. Grand, polished, the kind of estate that seems content to sleep under the weight of its own history. But the people who work there, the gardeners, the night staff, the cleaners, they'll tell you something else entirely. Killerton doesn't sleep. Not really. It just waits for the doors to close, so the past can wake up. Up on the top floor, where the corridors twist into dim corners and the air feels strangely slowed, people talk about a woman in a pale, drifting gown. You don't see her directly. She appears in reflections, in the curve of an old gilt mirror, or hovering at the top of the staircase like a half-memory. They say she's an Ackland bride who died before her wedding. Others whisper she never made it to the ceremony at all. One cleaner, arriving early in the morning, found her standing at a window, fingers raised to the glass as if she were learning how to touch the world again. When the cleaner stepped closer, the bride turned, meeting her eyes with a stare so hollow it felt bottomless, and then she vanished. That cleaner never worked alone again. Then there's the gallery, the room that never feels empty. It's quiet, yes, but not still. People walking through swear someone matches their footsteps, just half a pace behind, and the old costumes on display. They move sometimes, swing just slightly, like a person has brushed past. One staff member, locking up, heard heavy footsteps pacing the gallery. Slow, intentional. She thought a visitor was still inside. She shouted. The footsteps stopped, but as she turned to leave, a long whisper of fabric slid across the floor, right behind her. She didn't wait for a second sound. Out by the stable yard, the atmosphere changes completely. It's colder there, sharper. Even dogs refuse to pass the gate after dusk. Witnesses talk about a tall shadow figure, too straight, too still, standing at the far end of the yard. No features, no face, just a silhouette watching you from the edge of the dark. A gardener saw it one winter morning before dawn. He thought it was a co-worker and called out. The figure turned, slowly, unnaturally, like something pivoting rather than moving. Then it began to follow him, matching his steps, keeping perfect distance. It disappeared only when the first grey light touched the rooftops. He never opened alone again. But Killerton's real heart lies in the woods, the plantation where visitors love to walk in daylight. At night, though, the trees take on a different personality. People see lantern-like lights drifting between the trunks. When they try to follow, the lights pull away, always maintaining the same distance, until they slip silently into darkness. Then there are the whispers, not words, not voices, just the sense of something moving beside you, step for step, as if the forest has decided to accompany you. One ranger heard twigs snapping in perfect rhythm with his own stride. When he stopped, the sound stopped. When he walked, it returned. He reached a clearing, stepped into open air, and everything went dead silent. Whatever had been walking with him refused to leave the trees, and deep inside the house. After all, the lights are off, and the estate settles into its hollow quiet. The piano begins its ritual. Just one note. Never more. A single key struck, as though someone is testing whether the living still listen. A night watchman heard it at 2 a.m. The chandelier above the piano was swaying gently, as if something had just passed beneath it. He checked the cameras. No doors opened. The piano lid never lifted, but the note still rang through the silence on its own. He transferred out a month later. Killerton is beautiful, peaceful, bright. But the dead don't always care about beauty. Some houses remember. Some histories refuse to fade. And Killerton is very much awake. Comment below if you would like to see the video of my walk through Killerton Woods.